Celeste, what was it like for you? Where did you grow up, and were you athletic growing up?
I grew up in Houston, Texas. Still my favorite city in the world. I did gymnastics, I played soccer, I ran track. I was an athlete my whole life. And then when I got out of high school, I started doing fitness competitions. I did that for a few years. Had some success here and there, but it just wasn't really for me. And I felt like it was such a static version of myself, and it wasn't this dynamic person that I feel like that I am, which is why I feel like pro wrestling is very fitting.
When you were getting involved from fitness and bodybuilding, how did you get that break, so to speak, to get with WWE?
I had a friend who, she's my best friend, met a guy who he was in the developmental program for a few years, I think, and he was no longer with them. And he was doing some recruiting stuff for WWE, and he was like, hey, because we found out that he had done that, and we were interested in it. And so, okay, how can we get a tryout or whatever? So he got us in contact with the guy that was then doing talent recruiting, and we sent in pictures and bios and stuff, and got a chance to come down to Tampa to do a tryout. And it wasn't for her. She didn't love it. I freaking loved it, and it was like a brutal week. They put you for a tryout. I don't know how it is now, but for a tryout, there was I think a group of 5 of us, and they just kind of put you through the ringer. And I tried out with a girl who, besides my best friend, who had also never wrestled before, and she came from the fitness industry as well. She actually didn't get signed, but she ended up doing really cool stuff in the lucha world. So it's cool to see her doing success, being successful. But I just literally met somebody who had a contact to talent recruiting, and I sent in my stuff, got a tryout, got signed, and then once I got into Tampa, I was only there, like I said, for a few weeks, and then I debuted on NXT.
That's amazing. And then you won the competition, correct?
I somehow won, but I put a lot of that I put a lot of that on Vickie Guerrero, because we had pros. It was a pro and a rookie, and she was such a monster heel that it was incredible how much I got over as a baby face having Vickie as my pro. So I owe a lot of that to her, and we had a great time working together too. So I owe a lot to her, and she's absolutely amazing.
Did you miss anything when you left?
I missed a lot of things when I left. I didn't miss the crazy travel. It's really hard to have a normal life, I guess, which is fine because pro wrestling isn't normal. I don't think, or it takes a certain type of person to be able to have
it's a traveling circus.
Yeah, it really is. That's what when I try to explain it to people, that's how I explain it. It's basically just compare it to a circus. And I didn't miss that. I didn't miss some of the politics stuff. I didn't miss the immense pressure to look a certain way and all of that, but that's show business in general. But what I did miss was the actual camaraderie and the friends that I had made, and traveling with them, and then being in the actual ring. And I really loved doing the live events, the house shows, compared to TV, because those are you get to connect with fans so much more during the